I've been wondering what's going on all around me. People fussing, fighting, killing, cheating, speaking hate so casually. I shake my head when I see the frightening news on the TV screen. My heart cries out for pain going on behind the scenes. When bad things happen, the earth begins to shatter. Our bleeding hearts matter to the life-giving one up above. When lives are taken and children abandoned, our bleeding hearts matter to the life-giving one up above. Yeah. It's hard to believe in this modern age people still live on the streets. People struggling, crying, losing their minds because ends they cannot meet. Doors closing in the faces of those who are in desperate need. Do I use this change to pay for food, gas, heat, or shoes to put on my feet? When bad things happen, the earth begins to shatter. Our bleeding hearts matter to the life-giving one up above. When lives are taken and children abandoned, our bleeding hearts matter to the life-giving one up above. For those of us who have eyes, let us see the struggles of those who are in desperate need. Let us reset our minds, lay our differences aside. Open our
Worldwide Podcast. You are listening to Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Royce Live Worldwide.
All right, what's going on, family? Welcome to Positive Power, WSI. Christian Media. You're listening to Royce Live Worldwide. What's going on, family? Share this file, y'all. What's up? All right, y'all know you guys not used to me being on that 10 o'clock on a Saturday. Y'all probably saying, what's up? What Batman doing? Batman got company today. That's right. It's time to pull out all my toys. That's right. It's playtime, y'all. Right here on Positive Power, WXI. And shout out, everybody, to the ladies of radio, Pastors Time University. That's right. I'm putting it out there, Dr. Broadcast. It's going to be a university. Right. PTI Bible College. Y'all go out to PastorsTime.com to check out our accredited Bible College. Right. Your associate degree, your bachelor's, your doctorate, your master's. Check it out. Hit up Dr. Paul Kelly at PastorsTime.yahoo.com. Don't forget about my journey, y'all, with Paula G. Airing on WATC in Atlanta. That's right, Atlanta Live. Check out 11:30 every Thursday at 11:30 a.m. from Arizona. All right? That's right, check out our awesome guests, live performances, everything. So thank everybody for joining us and welcome to Positive Power, WXI Christian Media. Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel it, y'all. Amen. Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. We all need to be lifted up and encouraged at all times. The Bible is a great source for encouragement. The Bible is the living word of God. It feeds us through the promises of God found in Scripture. And Philippians 4:7 reads, always be full of joy in the Lord. I say it again, rejoice and let everyone see that you are unselfish and consider all you do. Remember that the Lord is coming soon. Don't worry about anything. Instead, pray about everything. Tell God your needs and don't forget to thank Him for His answers. You do this, you will experience God's peace, which is far more wonderful than your mind can understand. His peace and the peace of God which surpasses all understanding will guard your hearts and your mind in Jesus Christ. Amen. Can you feel the power? John 14:6, Jesus answered, I'm the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except through me. 11:25, John said, Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and life. The one who believes in me will live, even though they die. Can you feel it? Can you feel the power? Denny Jenkins, can you feel the power? Elizabeth Johnson, Gun Pastor, can you feel it? Feel the power. Feel it, y'all. All right, let's go in prayer real quick, everybody. Dear Father, please help us to rest in your happiness, to allow the smile to linger on our lips, to dwell with a wonderful memory, to walk back through sunlit places. Please help us to wake with hope, to engage in life in all variety, to take in the beauty of others' joys, to touch the souls of those we meet with thankfulness. Please, dear Father, please help us to sing with faith, to carry the truth close to our heart always, to rejoice in a new life, to have peace as we age. Please help us to indulge in love, to breathe in the sweetness of intimacy, to taste the kindness of friendship and feel the warmth of embrace. Please help us not to miss a single drop of heaven, to catch each moment, to drink in the great joy of joy. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Hit it, nobody.
Can you feel the power? Can you feel the power? Feel the power of Double XI.
Positive Power 21.org Internet Radio.
You are listening to Jerry Royce Live Worldwide Podcast.
All right, family. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. And please share this file. We're going to have a great time. We're in studio today. We have the Arkansas Life Coaching School with Dr. Terrell Jenkins is here. That's right. He's here with his life coaches. We got Coach Chapman and Coach Victoria, and they're here to talk to us about their new venture. That's right, their new venture. That's right. They're going to be helping people. They're going to be serving y'all, and we hope they're going to be serving God. Is that right, ladies? Y'all going to be serving God? All right, let me get your mics up. Sometimes Batman forget to turn stuff on. All right. They said they're going to be serving the kingdom. All right. So introduce yourself. We're going to start with the right with Miss Victoria. Tell us who you are. Who is Miss Victoria? Who are you?
Okay. I'm Victoria Evans. I'm from Jonesboro, Arkansas. I am also a police officer. I've dealt with a whole lot of things in my life. Depression, rape, child molestation, all of that. Just since I've been going through that, been kind of working with how I need to help other people that's gone through that. So I became a police officer, and doing that, going to different calls and stuff, and I'm seeing how the things that I've been through in my life is actually helping a lot of other people. Like, people are going through the same things that I'm going through. And it just, it opened up my eyes, like, I'm not the only one that's going through things. So, along with that, I'm also a single mother. So, I'm, helping out the public, and then also going home and taking care of my 2 boys.
Amen, amen. Wow, you're a police officer. So when you came in to check out Batman, did you observe some things about Batman? Is it like an automatic thing you do? Is just like size people up? Listen to what they say.
It's natural to me now.
Yeah, I know. See, it's the reason why I know this stuff, because my best friends are detectives. They're homicide detectives. They like uniform cops.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, all my friends, they're knocks. Yeah, it's like I don't know how that happened, because they were some bad dudes in the neighborhood. They're becoming police officers. Yeah, so I know how you guys operate. That's right. Yeah, I went into the health field. No, yeah, I didn't want to do that. But anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and it sound like you're a book. You have a book inside you. They said everybody has at least one good book. I heard about like 3 of them.
Yeah, I'm in the process of writing one.
Amen, amen. So we glad you on the right side of things, serving people, because we, right now the guys with the badges don't have a great reputation right now, but I'm sure there's some good cops out there too. All right, so like I would love to see those stories when they show those cops helping those families out. I remember was with one that adopted a crack addict's baby. You see those stories, it's so heartwarming, because it's a lot of those guys out there, but it's just the few that's just making it look so bad for everybody.
Yep.
And I know guys that are officers, and they're good guys, real good guys. All right, so let's talk to Miss Chapman. Coach Chapman is up. Tell us, who is Coach Chapman? Who are you?
Hello, I am Coach Chapman. I am originally from Gary, Indiana, by way of being raised in California. My home now is Jonesboro, Arkansas.
Ooh.
And I just really came to really bring hope to people where they feel hopeless. I am an ordained pastor. I have 6 children, a mother of 6.
Wow.
And I've gone through so many things in life, from church hurt, from sickness, from having disabled children, and still being able to hold it together with the help of the Lord.
Amen.
So, when it all boils down to it, I just came to bring inspiration to tell somebody, no matter where you're at right now, that's not the end of you. There's a destination waiting on you. All you have to do is keep running this race. It's not given to the swift nor the strong, but it's an enduring race. You just got to keep going. You can't stop right here. So my program is the No Excuse program, and it's really basically talking about, if you give me no excuse, I'll give you no limits to what you're able to do if you just believe. You can be anything, you can do anything, because greater is he that is in you than he that's in this world. So you can do it. All you have to do is believe.
Amen, amen. Wow, so we have a police officer and a pastor here. Now, did you feel that Batman got that ministry in him? Because I'm an ordained minister. Did you feel that?
Yes.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
Yeah, but I do have a license. Somebody gave it to me. Anyway, it was great to have you guys here. We're going to have some fun in here. We're going to get a chance to get to know you, and get everybody a chance to get to know you and find out, find your purpose. You guys know your purpose now. You're out there doing the work of the Lord. You're on the streets. You're in the church. You're in the 4 walls. You're doing all that stuff. All right. So, Miss Chapman, since you've been a pastor, do you have your own church, or you under someone?
I don't now.
Oh, you don't now?
Right now, I'm really working on my outreach program. I'm working on this program. I'm working also on my books and things like that at this current time. But I don't have a building.
Yeah.
But I still consider myself to really spiritually advise people on which way to go.
That's
and
right.
and I'll continue to do that with the help of the Lord.
Amen. And you don't really need a building to minister to people these days.
You don't.
got the internet. We minister to people every week. That's right, y'all. Don't forget to tune in on Tuesdays, y'all. 9:15 Pastor's Time Bible study. That's right. Come on out, y'all. We've been having great crowds out there, and they really having a great time studying under Dr. Kelly. All right. So that's one of the things that's so fantastic about the internet. We actually have I would never dream. I remember going to Bible study, and you have like 300 members, and only like 10, 15 people show up every week. What's the deal with that? That's where you get the meat of the Bible. It's a Bible study.
That's right.
So what is the deal? Because people are so busy, it's kind of hard sometimes for them to juggle church 2 days a week. Is that what it is?
I believe so nowadays.
I know. It was rough. I admit it was rough. We had to get the kids dressed and get them fed, and then you had to be there by 7:30. That's pretty much that's like the universal time is 7:30. 7 if they're gonna feed you and give you coffee or something, right? Give you sandwiches. 7:30 has to ready to teach. All right. Now, it's like I said, only 15, 20 people show up. There's something special going to happen. But online, sometimes we get crowds almost close to 500 people.
That's true.
So anywhere it could be anywhere average between 150, 250. And I said that is so awesome. People can plug in the comfort of their homes, So, Ms. Chapman, how you feel about that? You know, people taking in ministry from their homes now. How you feel about that through the internet?
Well, I believe that it is, as long as God can get a word to them, that's all that matters. I mean, it may be somebody that is working, say you are a nurse, or you're working at maybe even a factory, and you can't get to church every Tuesday or every Wednesday for Bible study, or every Sunday for church. But to get a word, see, the word is the only thing that will keep us. So if you can get a word to keep you in the midst of what you're going through, even though you can't get to a house, because you are the church. So it doesn't matter about a building. Long as you can get a word, that's what really matters, to keep you, the true church, which is you.
Amen. That's right. The church inside. That's right. You don't need no four walls. And I'm gonna tell you, and it's funny because you saw where my wife was, right? That's like her.
Yes.
That's like her spot, right?
Yes.
If I come in and she's not there, I'm concerned. So I'm used to seeing her in that spot. So I'll come up and say, "Hey, hon, I'm going to go to Bible study." She said, "Okay, hon, have fun." So I just come on down here and we do Bible study. It's crazy. It's not like, we're going to leave and she said, "Oh, drive safely. All right, maybe I'll go with you." None of that. It's like, "Okay, hon, have a good time." And it's something, because now men, how men are kind of funny sometimes walking in the church, and, I don't know what's a macho thing, but sometimes you just like, "Oh, man, I feel like listening to this guy." He talked about this Sunday. But now, a guy can sit down in the privacy of his own home and plug up to his devices and just take it all in, and then he can find a teacher that he connects with. You think that's important for people to be able to connect, Miss Victoria, in the connection process, of studying the word?
I do. My thing is, like, because I work Sundays, so I'm out on the streets, but I always have my phone on, even if it's listening to personal development, or if I can get on Facebook Live, because there's a few churches that stream online, and so I think that's good. And I also, in dealing with a lot of people in the public, it's it takes it to a certain level when you have that type of connection with a person, when you know that they're on a spiritual level with you, and they handle the same way I do handle a situation a whole lot differently. It seems like they have a lot more respect for a person that carries themselves, and they're spiritually working on themselves, and have that connection with each other. I think it helps me a lot with the stuff that I do and the people that I come across at work.
Yeah, you got a serious profession, because I'm going to tell you, rest in peace, my first cousin, he was a very dear friend, grew up with me in the same neighborhood. He was a phenomenal athlete, real nice, pleasant guy. Everybody, all the cops loved him, all the people, the community he serviced. And I remember when he got ill, he ended up, I think he got like pneumonia twice. He never liked to miss work. And during the same time, he had, I think he was borderline diabetes, and I think when he got sick with pneumonia, it kind of escalated the illness. And next thing you know, became a way of life for him, a culture, and he ended up had to have transplant and all that stuff. And they said it was the stress that kind of kept him from really healing, because he wasn't just dealing with being kind to his officers and the community, but he had to deal with the politics on the job. And I think that was the hardest part for him, because he was a really nice guy. I mean, I was listening to the people that gave presentations at his retirement. I was like, oh man, he made you want to be a police officer. But then you think about it, wow, if I take what I'm dealing with for my job, there's a non-violent job, and you put it in a job where there's violence, that's a lot to deal with every day. So I can kind of understand, respect where you're coming from, and now you have to go dive really deep into your spirituality. And tell us about that process, because you mentioned self-help and the spiritual side. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I grew up in the church. Then I kind of, just like a whole lot of other people, go through things and kind of stray away. Well, why is God, allowing this to happen to me? And I don't understand, well, if he loved me, he wouldn't allow me to go through these things. And then as I started growing up and looking at things through a different perspective, I saw that he was molding me to be able to handle situations, a whole lot different. Because I'm a totally different person than when I was like even three months ago. And you know, at first it was like, you know, programmed to go to church on Sunday. And then I started working as a police officer, and you know, having to work on Sundays, I strayed away even more.
Wow.
And I haven't actually been in a church in about a year and a half. I'm not gonna lie, but I listen to it online.
Right.
I do what I have to do from my police car, because at the same time, it's just like I need to listen to this before they send me to a call. You know, dealing with, you know, it might be somebody on drugs, you know, or whatever the case may be. So it's kept me a lot. You know, my aunt, she's talked to me a lot about, you know, having to pray every day. And, you know, I'm just like, you know, I haven't been to church in a while. God doesn't hear me. You know, that was my thing. God really not listening to me. And once she was like, when you pray about things, then pray for confirmation. And, you know, so on and so forth. And so I started actually listening to what she was telling me. And I was just like, okay, now I see why he did what he did. I see why he did the things that he did. And it was just molding me into, you know, the person I am now. But I know it's not the end for me. It's just, you know, I'm going to go through some other things, but it's only going to get better from here.
Amen, amen.
Amen.
I know life is just so challenging. You know, when you're talking about, not only you're dealing with people with mental health issues these days, but then you're dealing with people that's under the influence. You don't really know what they're under the influence of. Something that's going to make them super strong or just super crazy. You know, it's like you don't have a lot of time to decide what he's under, and you want to protect yourself and your partner and the community, but at the same time you want to give that person an opportunity to live and walk out of that situation, because you know they're not really themselves. And who knows, somebody could have poisoned them, and you hear a lot about that happening right now. So you know, I know it's so challenging to be out there dealing, and you have to bring the Lord in as much as you can, whether you're listening to it through podcasts or YouTube or whatever. I'm just, you know, I know it's just tough for us to put ourselves in your shoes. You know, I'm just thinking about some time when you know back in the 80s, you know, going to a stranger's house party. I'm just gonna put that situation, and you're there to have a good time. You want to meet somebody, but then there's always one idiot there, you know, that want to bring their weapon to a party. Now, when you want to meet girls, why you bring your weapon to a party? You know, and so you're nervous. Everybody on the edge now, because you know, of course, you know, we're not all armed or anything, and you're like, wow, where is this person right now? You're trying to think, where are they right now? And now it's even crazier, because you have people walking into places they probably never been before and just shooting people they've never seen. It's like they don't even have to have a beef anymore to gun people down, which that's really going to the demonic side now. Like this before, you say, yeah, that guy had a beef. At least you're doing your investigation, you say, okay, let's find out the last person he had a beef with, or she. Now it's like this person, he just drove in his neighborhood and just started shooting people randomly. That's so true. You know, how do you figure that one out? You know? I know it got to be tough being a police officer, because then you never know when you guys are going to start being a target. Because remember that story in Dallas where these guys were trained armed force guys that were going down shooting down cops. Cops was just looking at the door, hey, can I help you bring? You know, they taking them out. It has to be a concern. You know, we're at the point now that people need to find a religion. I don't care what it is, and pray. Because we're in a real danger spot right now, and you know, Mr. So-and-so, you know, Mr. 45 not helping the situation now, you know, and then I don't know. All right, Pastor, you want to step in? Where are we right now with society? What are we supposed to do?
Well, I'm going to keep it biblical.
Amen.
I'm gonna come from Chronicles 7. If my people, who are called by my name, will humble themselves and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then will I hear from heaven and heal their land. The reason why we're going through so much is because the people won't turn back to God. You want things to change. You want things to get better. You want to go to the next level. Well, there are some things that you have to do. You have to first seek him first. The word of God tells us in the book of Matthew, seek ye first the kingdom of God, and all these things. What things? The things that you're looking for, the things that you hope for, the things you desire, the things that you want in life. All those things that you desire are in Christ.
Amen.
I can't say it's in Buddha. I can't say it's in Mohammed. I can't say it's in any other religion, but I can say the Most High God, the Christ, the everlasting life, has been the one who's always been there for me. When I needed him, when I thought I was going to lose my mind, when I thought I couldn't make it, when my baby died, he was there. It was Christ.
Right.
It wasn't no other God. There was nothing else but God that kept me. We want some things in this life, but we don't want the one who gives life.
That's right. The Creator.
When we get back to seeking the Creator, the one who made us, the one who knows every hair on our head, then we'll see God begin to manifest his word.
You preaching now.
We'll see him manifest his word, but we are the ones who have to turn back to him. He said, I'll never leave you.
Nor forsake you.
Nor forsake you.
Amen.
So he ain't never left us. It's us that's left him. He said, well, in the book of Proverbs, will a suckling child forget their child? Will a mother that has a suckling child forget their child? Yea, they will. They'll forget them. But him, he'll never forget us because we're tattooed in the palm of his hand.
You telling the truth now. Now, Pastor, you said some really some deep scripture that a lot of people grew up on, and I was on YouTube one day, and I was looking up. I forgot how I found this channel, finding out that in South America and a lot of our countries are starting to turn to Christianity, but it's they're talking about it's like more mega churches in South America than any place on this planet right now. I mean, it's like it's tremendous, the growth. You have people turning away from Buddhism and people turning away from being a Muslim into Christianity. I mean, people are embracing Christianity like never before. And do you think it's because it's so Americanized that they look and see how our country is so prosperous, and they see the African Americans are doing well, and we eat 3 meals a day, and even the poorest Americans is living better than probably some of the middle class people in some of your third world countries. You think it's because Christianity is Americanized that's why people are gravitating to, or you think it's because they're seeing the miracles are being told finally?
Well, truth be told, I believe it's because in third world countries, over in other countries, it's not like over here in America. Let's over here they have gotten so common with God, common with church, common with they don't have a relationship, they have religion here. And see, over there they have developed a relationship with Christ. They have developed that relationship. The signs and miracles and wonders followed them over there. Here it's hard to see signs, miracles, and wonders really happening like they're supposed to. But there people are being raised from the dead. There, people limbs are growing back. There, people eyes are growing back into their skulls. Why? Because they believe. Their belief, their faith has not been tainted. Over here in America, because the people are so common, people are so used to churches being normal, people are so religious that they don't have relationship with Christ anymore. They don't have a true foundation of who God is anymore in their lives. So they have Christ over here has become commercialized.
Yes.
And it's not so much of who God is. Over here is what God can do.
That's right.
They're not worried about who he is and how to worship him, but over there they worship him in spirit and in truth. The word God says he's seeking for true worshipers. What is it he's seeking over here? For some true worshipers. Because they have forgotten how to worship him in spirit. They're worrying about how they look. They're worrying about who has the biggest church. They're worrying about who has the biggest congregation, the most members. They're worrying about all that. But over there, they're not worried about none of that. What they want to know is, God, will you meet us here?
That's right.
God, will you deliver us? God, will you keep us?
You're right. You're so right. It's like their purpose for God is different than our purpose. Over here, I don't know. I mean, you do have some people that's really sincere with their relationship because, you got people dealing with ill children and ill parents and poverty. And they do want to see God, manifest in their life here. But you do have the people who, I hate to say it, y'all, but we be pimping God. Let's be honest. It's like, how much more stuff can I get? How big of a house? Oh, dear Father, could you give me an 8-bedroom house?
Yes.
There's only 2 of you living in a 4-bedroom house. But they're asking for a bigger truck, 8-passenger. There's only one person driving. That kind of crazy stuff. Already got a great job. They got enough money they could feed about 40, 50 kids overseas. Mm-hmm. So sometimes it's like, wow, who's God really listening to? Is it because they really know how to pray to Him and they're seeing their life manifesting to all this greatness and goodness, or maybe they don't know their purpose right now, and it's a reason why He's giving them so much wealth. Let's talk about purpose, officer, coach. Your purpose. Tell us about your purpose. Has it come together yet? Do you know what it is? Do you understand it?
Yes, I do.
Tell us about it.
My purpose. I want to help young girls and women, accept the downfalls that they've had, the victimization, the things that they went through and became victims, like myself. I want them to, and I want to help people pursue their purpose the same way I did, because I went through so much as far as, depression when my dad died. I've been through an abusive relationship with a guy, wanting to commit suicide and just having to deal with all those things. And then just like, okay, after the 3rd time I tried to commit suicide, nothing happened. Just like, okay, there's a reason why God has me here. I got to find out what it is. He's like, it's not your time to go yet. There's a reason why I have you here. There's a reason why you're going through the things that you're going through, being a single mother. And so, and my when I was in the 7th grade, my cousin was murdered. And so from that, when we was at the Houston homicide department for like a month and a half trying to find out who the person was, who the suspect was, and they found him like that a month and a half later. And just seeing how they treated my aunt the whole time, they saw her as a person, as a mother. And seeing that when I was younger, I was like, okay, I want to be a homicide detective. And from that, of course, you have to be a police officer. And once I got into it, seeing the calls that I was going on, I'm just like, there's a lot of people that going through the things that I've been through. And it became less about me being a police officer and more about me being a person. And I tell people all the time when I go on certain calls, I'm like, look, I'm talking to you as Victoria right now, as a mother, or, as a woman, and not just as a police officer. So don't look at my uniform. And I'm able to, that's when I finally just accepted the fact that I've been raped. And how I got through that to help other women get through it. And I'm just like, okay, now I understand it. And that was while I was on calls, women they're calling us for help, but I was the one that was sent to that call for a reason. It was a purpose why I was sent there. And so once I started going to those calls and seeing what God was doing, okay, God, you sent me to this call where this woman had just been raped by somebody. Okay, God, you just sent me to this call where somebody's wanting to commit suicide. They're having suicidal thoughts. You sent me to this call for a reason. It wasn't dispatch, it was God.
Yeah.
And so, and I'm just like, and every single time I go to this call, I'm going through my head like, okay, let me take it more on a personal level so I can reason with these people, because I have to have a connection. I can't just be a police officer. I have to connect with people. And usually what they have you do is, you have to, stand there, don't make yourself comfortable. If you need me, is it okay for me to sit down? And I will sit down and I will stare you dead in your eyes. Okay, what's going on? How can we fix it? What we need to do? And so it was when I became a police officer and getting sent to those calls and being connected with the people that God got me connected to, when I realized, okay, this is my purpose, this is why I'm here, this is what I need to do. And so when I saw Mr. Jenkins, his posts on Facebook, and I'm just like, okay, this is my opportunity, I'm going to take it.
Amen. Wow. Yeah, you definitely got a series book, couple of books in you. Woo, a series. Wow. Wow. All right, we about to wrap up, family, but we're gonna take a music break real quick, give the ladies a chance to get a little drink, and then we're gonna come right back. And this is another one of my favorites. So we just heard "Bleeding Hearts" by Kim Adair, and we're gonna listen to another one. This one is called "Praise Him" by L.B. Robinson. Young guy, been through a lot of stuff, had a strong, powerful testimony right here on Positive Power. Really like this guy, and let's check him out. And shout out to Wilbur, his manager. All right, here we go. L.B. Praise Him.
Anybody want to praise Him? Good God Almighty. Anybody here know there's a blessing and it's waiting for you? Just praise Him in advance. There's a blessing and it's waiting for you. Just praise Him in advance. All you gotta do is praise Him, praise Him, praise Him. Praise Him, praise Him. All you gotta do is put your hands together, like you love the Lord. I got one more verse to say. There's a breakthrough, and it's waiting for you. Just praise Him in advance. Good God Almighty. There's a breakthrough, and it's waiting for you. Just praise Him in advance. All you gotta do is praise Him, praise Him. Lift your hands in praise Him. All you gotta do is praise Him. I got one more verse. There is healing, and it's waiting for you. Just praise Him in advance. There is healing, and it's waiting for you. Just praise Him in advance. Tell somebody all you gotta do is praise Him, praise Him, praise Him. Lift your hands in praise Him. All you gotta do is praise Him. Anybody wanna praise Him? Anybody wanna praise Him? I got to praise Him, praise Him. You got to praise Him, praise Him. When I think of the goodness of Jesus, praise Him. And everything, praise Him, that He's done for me, praise Him. I got to praise Him, praise Him. You got to praise Him, praise Him. Anybody wanna praise Him, praise Him. Anybody wanna praise Him, praise Him. Praise Him for your healing, praise Him for your deliverance, praise Him for your praise Him. I'm gonna praise Him because it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Anybody here know it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Everything you're going through, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. In your life, it's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. It's gonna be alright. Tell somebody to hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. We've been made endure for a night. cheese. Right now, cheese. Right now, cheese. Turn around, turn around.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live, worldwide.
That's right. You tell him Davison. Davison can make some coffee, y'all. My work family and I went over to the Dominican Republic, and I said, nobody has topped him yet making coffee. That was like the best coffee. I still dream about that coffee, Davison. And that's been, 3 years now since I've been there? So anyway, y'all, thank you for joining us, everybody. I know y'all probably said, what Batman doing with the late night show on a Saturday? Man, it's dinner time. I know, y'all. But we got special guests here. That's right. The life coaches are here from Arkansas with Dr. Terrell Jenkins. I said, Dr. Newsom, guess who's coming to town? That's right, Dr. T's coming to town. He said, what? I thought I heard he was coming. That's right. He flew in the BWI. He's here, right here, Wayne Man studio with the Batman. That's right, y'all. And we have a good time. We're talking to his life coaches. I think they're recent graduates. And I can feel these ladies going to make a real impact on the world. And we need life coaches with spirituality and understanding. And that's just in it for the money. Because it is a great money-making opportunity because most of the people that come to you are people who probably should be singing a little bit more deeper than, some real deep counseling. But we're going to find out what life coaches are. A lot of us don't even know what a life coach is. You'll probably say, Jerry, what is a life coach? You never answered that question. All right, who's going to tell us? What is a life coach? You going to tell us, Miss Chapman? Pastor, what is a life coach? In your words, break it down.
In my words,
Your
life
words.
coach is not a counseling. We do not counsel, but we empower you to meet your goals. That is us in a nutshell. We are here to help make sure that you meet the goals that you set, that you have before you, that you want to succeed in. That is a life coach.
Amen.
I personally want to help you get to the place that you're designed to be in.
That's right. And the reason why they're here, y'all, they're here to work on that web commercial. They're going to talk about their product. We're going to do a little bit of TV. We're going to do some late night TV. We're going to have some fun, y'all. We're getting them we're going to get them in the television studio and get them out there, their brand. They're working on their brand. So did you guys come up with your own company names yet?
Yes.
All right, let's hear it. What you got, Miss Victoria? What's the name of your company?
Mine is called ACE. It is an acronym for Action Cures Everything.
Wow, ACE. So is it called ACE Life Coaching?
No, just ACE.
That's ACE.
Yeah, it's
All right.
it's ACE.
All right, we got to work on that. All right. Okay, Pastor Chapman, what's the name of your company?
My company is the No Excuse, No Limits program.
Ooh.
My motto is, if you give me no excuses, I'll give you no limit to what you can achieve.
All right, she ready, y'all. She must been practicing last night. She ready for the Batman. Yeah, Dr. T said they were ready, and they doing a great job, y'all. They definitely sound like authors, and I know anytime you go into a profession like this, people want to read about your work, where you come from. They want to get to know you first, and I think you ladies got a great future ahead of you, and I wish you the best in your new career. All right. So any final words, Pastor? We'll let you go first. Any final words? Any encouragement? Anything? Final thoughts?
If I will leave you with anything, is that the sky isn't the limit. There is no limit to what you can achieve if you just believe. God has a purpose. He has a plan, and this is not the end of you. This is not your final destination, but what he has in store for you is greater. Greater is coming if you only just keep going. Don't stop right here. It's not given to the swift nor the strong, but keep on running this race. Keep on going, because I can tell you that better days are truly coming. Amen. Don't give up. Don't throw in the towel. There's no limit.
That's right. No limit. That's right. We got to get you on Dr. Kelly's show past this time. Y'all could be preaching. That's right. Throw that scripture out there. All right. We always have topics start out on Tuesdays with Dr. Kelly's show. Brandon does our commentary, and then it goes all the way to Friday nights with Next Man Up at 10 o'clock, and then 11:30 we got we got Jerry Royce Live Worldwide. That's me, and Paula G. That's right. We got a late night show. We do interviews for 30 minutes, and then we go into the midnight hour with the Christian Party Line with the ladies of radio, and we usually finish up with our commentary up until 1 o'clock in the morning. So please join us, y'all. You're home, and TBN is not on, or is not the guest you want listen to, tune in to our show, y'all. We are awesome podcast, awesome Bible study. This past week, if you go out to Spotify, iHeart, or iTunes, we had one of Tupac's record producers. That's right. This guy has like 3 gold records, multiple platinum records, and he actually produced music for Biggie Smalls as well as Nas and a number of other, I think, Tribe Called Quest, you name it. And he was on the show, and this guy told us that he don't want to do it no more like that. He wants to preach. He want to go out there and help people. He want to serve. He want to be a servant of God. So you can check us out. He goes to Ivy League schools and high schools and elementary schools to show the kids what it was like when he was there and where he is today. And a lot of times, y'all, we look out there on TV and you see these guys dunking and scoring touchdowns. You know, what is that life really like? You know, was it really worth it to go there? You know, can they handle it? You know, the money, the prestige, the women, the managers. Can your personality handle that? Can your character handle that? Sometimes you don't know. It's pressure just playing high school sports sometimes. So just imagine you get to the pro level. But I understand sometimes we trying to provide for our families. We want to get them out of the hood, out of poverty, you know, provide a better life for them. So you do what you got to do. So we don't blame you there. All right, Officer Chapman, Coach Chapman. Any final words, any encouraging words for our people before we go, before we say goodbye?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I said Chapman by mistake. Oh, I'm sorry, Coach Victoria. I'm sorry.
I was a little confused.
I know. I've been here 4 hours of sleep.
It's okay not to be okay. That's one of the things I had to understand. There's a lot of people out there that are embarrassed to go through things that they're dealing with and scared to reach out to someone because of the embarrassment, or, you know, scared that, oh, my family's going to think this of me, or my friends are going to think this of me. I want to be that person that, you know, they can reach out to, because we're here. We're people that actually went through these things, and I think that the stuff that I went through when I was younger, it would have been a little bit better for me if I had that person that was like, "Hey, I'm here for you. Just come to me." Mm-hmm. So I mean, if there's anybody that's dealing with anything, it's okay not to be okay. Mm-hmm. You know, I mean, if it's me or if it's, you know, someone else, it's okay to try to find someone that can help you, you know, coach you through those type of things. Just don't try to handle it on your own.
That's right. That's so true. So we're glad you're out there. And where can people find you guys? Tell us real quick, where can they find you? Websites, Facebook, social media?
Go first.
Ms. Chapman?
Okay, you can find me at Facebook, Yvette Chapman, YEVETTECHAPMAN on Facebook. You also can find me at my Gmail or my Yahoo. My Yahoo account is YvetteChapman@yahoo.com.
Amen. All right. And Officer Victoria, where can people find you at?
You can find me on Facebook. My name is Victoria Evans. You can email me, VictoriaEvans5@gmail.com, or you can shoot me a text message or a phone call. If I don't answer, leave me a voicemail. My number is 870-316-4379.
Yeah, we got to get you ladies in the podcast. You guys are ready. You did a great job. Because you got to be proud of them. You did a great job. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I think for anybody out there, you know, like authors, especially authors, you know, you guys have a lot of stories in you, and there's people who want to listen to you and want to tell you their story. Podcast is the way to go. You know, there's no doubt about it. Of course, I know there's already billions of us out there already, but there's plenty of room for more. Yeah. So I encourage you to give it a shot and let people hear your voice. So important. All right, everybody, I'm Jerry Royce Live Worldwide, a.k.a. the Batman. It's time to go, but before we go, ladies, did you feel the power? Did you feel the power of 21? You felt the power. Woo! Thank everybody for joining us. I'm Batman of Charm City. We be coming back to you real soon, y'all. So hang in there. We be here all night, y'all. We gonna have some fun, y'all. We in studio, y'all. Multimedia, social media. Right. Take care, everybody. And we see you soon. Peace. Talk to him, Davidson and Batman. I'm Batman. Talk to him, David.
Hey, my name is Davis and I'm from Haiti, but I live in Dominican Republic. I'm here, Positive Power 21, Jerry Royce Live, worldwide.